is the Investor Connect podcast program. This is Hall T. Martin. I'm the host of the show, in which we interview angel investors, venture capital, private equity, family offices, and many other investor groups for startups and growth companies. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for joining us. Nathan, go ahead and launch your slides. You kick off when ready.
Thanks very much. Hi, Nathan Monti, co-founder and CEO of Enamel Pure, healthy enamel pure smiles. So Enamel Pure is attacking the hygiene market, dental hygienist visits for cleanings and fluoride treatments. We're using a novel technology that uses a laser instead of the mechanical cleaning methods, as well as imaging technology to introduce the first ever oral health annual report. Something that's a little surprising is that Americans in 2021 spent $22 billion on dental hygiene. 16 billion of the 22 was for teeth cleanings, fluoride varnishes, and whitening. And the clear aligner market is about 16 billion on top of the teeth cleaning. So it's an unusually large market for possibly the simplest medical treatment in America. So our product's called Loon. You can see the picture here. The laser's included because the laser does the cleaning, the teeth cleaning, the hardening. So hardening is replacing the fluoride varnish, the inner office fluoride varnish that people get. And then there's a whitening mouth guard that you pop in the mouth after you've cleaned and hardened the teeth. So also coupled with the laser at the last knuckle in the beam delivery is a camera. It's a special camera. But the purpose is the camera and the laser beam are co-aligned coming out of the handpiece. So while the hygienist scans your teeth with the handpiece, cleaning them or hardening your enamel, you're also imaging them. So we get a complete image of all 32 teeth as well as the gums. From that, we do the machine learning and the AI analysis so that we can produce an annual oral health report for the first time ever. The machine costs about $35,000, so it's $750 or $800 a month, which is very affordable across all the dental offices. This is an easy slide. Everybody knows what the teeth cleaning is about. It's noisy, rinsing, bleeding, painful. All that's gone when you use a laser. You're not using a mechanical device anymore. And all the diagnostics are done just manually by the hygienist or the dentist looking at your teeth and guessing or judging whatever they see based on their experience. So by introducing the laser, we're going twice as fast. It's depending on the office. Some go 60-minute appointments, some go 50-minute appointments. With the laser cleaning, you can knock that down to a 30-minute appointment. It's very quiet. It's non-contact. You don't need to touch the teeth. And not only does it completely remove the plaque, which the mechanical devices don't, but also it kills the bacteria at the same time. So present technologies don't kill the bacteria at all. The laser purification is our marketing name for the hardening. So the enamel hardening, it's up to 10 times harder than using fluoride. It's a wonderful technology that preserves your enamel and your smile for life. And then once you've cleaned the teeth, you can easily whiten them because there's nothing there to block the whitening agents. And so we have a little battery and a mouth guard so you can pop it in and the patient can drive home with a mouth guard in their mouth and throw it away when they get home. The whole time we're cleaning or hardening the teeth, the camera's taking the images. It's imaging the teeth and the gums. It's a 2D and 3D full color digital image. From that image, we can convert it to a measurement file. And that measurement file is sold to the clear aligner people to make clear aligners from. Why is this significant? It's significant because dentistry is perfect for AI. All of the diagnostics and disease states are determined by what you see in dentistry. So it's how you look and what's different from what you expect. And so the AI does that perfectly when you give it a great set of images. What we're doing is building the most robust image data set ever in dentistry because 160 million Americans go in to have their teeth cleaned every year. So as they sit in that chair getting their teeth cleaned, we'll image their teeth as well. creates a massive data set, which AI loves. So it's a massive image data set, perfect for AI. And from that, we can tell things like, is your gum height changing? Are you night grinding? Do you have bruxism? Is your enamel loss greater than normal? So on and so forth. And from that, we produce an annual oral health report so people can know how they're doing. So from a product roadmap standpoint, we did the hygienic dental treatments in 2024. We're doing the camera in 2025 and the AI in 2026, and then we'll be rolling out the AI oral health reports at the end of 2026. And then in 2027 and beyond, we'll be reconciling our dental oral health database with the medical records to see links between, excessive enamel loss or enamel erosion or bacteria with heart valve problems or brain disease or whatever. So we have a real issue. You need to clean your teeth if you want to keep them. And then we have a real issue because the technology is 50 years old. We have a wonderful solution, which is the laser, which is much quicker, does a better clinical job, and it's a wonderful experience for the hygienist as well as the patient. So how do we get this to market? Dentistry is old school. There's still 3 distributors that address 95% of the 220,000 dental offices in America. So we've signed a major sales distribution with both Henry Schein and Benco, who address all those offices. We've also assigned an agreement with Medicine Partners, and they're targeting specifically the dental service organizations, the Heartland Dentals, the Pacific Dentals, North American Dental Group, all the large conglomerates. We do the sales and service support in-house, and we use a contract manufacturer who ships directly to the dental office. We're not involved. So how do we fit into dentistry? We build the device, we build the camera, the mapping, we build out our database, we do the regulatory and IP in-house. At that point, we stop and we have partners. We have partners for sales, we have partners for AI, we have partners to do the clear aligner manufacturing. The reason we do that is to limit the scope of the technical development, but also to make our integration into the industry seamless. So the unit itself sits next to the hygiene chair, and it Wi-Fi connects up to the practice management system. We don't have any HIPAA issues because the practice management system tells us the patient number. We never know who the patient is. We attach the patient number to our data and we upload it to the practice management system. The practice management people, there's 3 major ones associated with the distributors. They get the AI processing done. They work with the dentist. They get paid by the dentist, and then they pay us. So all you do is roll it into the office, sit it next to the hygiene chair, hook up the Wi-Fi, and you're off and running. Again, to make everything seamless. Product Resources is our contract manufacturer in Newburyport, Massachusetts. They assemble everything. Most of the components come from Asia, and then they ship directly to the dental offices. We have no direct competition, just the existing mechanical tools. My business partner is a patent lawyer. We have 23 patents filed at the moment. 7 are issued, and we're working on 6 more related to the AI for the AI annual oral health report. How do we make money? We sell the capital equipment. We sell the Loon device. We make 45 to 50% margin there, but the money's made with the recurring revenue. We charge $2 per cleaning. We charge $3 to $5 for a purification, which is the hardening, which is the same cost as the fluoride varnish that we're replacing. And then the whitening mouth guard, again, we're a low-cost solution that's convenient and easy to use. You just pop it in and the patient drives home with it in their mouth. We license the data, which is the imaging for the AI diagnostics, and the conversion to an STL file, which is a measurement file for the clear aligners. And then we license that and we upload it for a fee. I'm Nathan Monte. This is my 3rd startup. So I did one for marking water bottles called Light Laser with a laser. We sold that to Videojet Technologies, part of Danaher Corporation. I then started Convergent Dental in the dental space We used a laser there to drill cavities instead of the dental drill. That's in Waltham, Massachusetts, nearly 30 million in sales, and we hope to exit that next year. And then my business partner Chuck and I started Enamel Pure in 2022 to address the hygiene market. Chuck is not only a patent lawyer, he's also previously an engineer, and he worked in a lot of the skin resurfacing with laser technology and imaging. Patent slides, you can look at that if you're a patent person. So where are we now? We had FDA clearance for the removal of plaque and the reduction of bacteria in March. We've set up all our pilot manufacturing. We've built the first 2 units. We're qualifying them with the microscopes in inpatient, in vivo situations at our local office with Dr. Patel. That should be done this week. So we hope to move our first unit into a dental clinic next week. And then the week after, we move our second unit in with a key opinion leader for Benco, one of the distributors who's in Massachusetts. And then the week after that, we'll move one into a key opinion leader in New Hampshire. So we've started the manufacturing and we're rolling out the units and getting testimonies from, notable dentists. And I have a seed round that's closed. There's a super seed round which is still open. It's 8 million pre, 9.5 million post. It's a total of 1.5 million. There's 250K left. As of January, it's a little bit less now, 225, but it's not a big deal. And then if you're a lower risk investor, I will be doing an $8 million raise at 32 million pre starting in June or July. This difference is in June or July, we'll have our pre-sales, we'll have our revenue, and we'll have all our testimonies from the key opinion leaders. So that's the whole description. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, I'd be pleased to talk about them.
Great presentation, Nathan. Brian, what's your first question?
Don't know this space as much as I know the medical side, but the billable codes, going through getting FDA approval, but do you have to take this device through alternative paths to get approved, CPT or unit charges to get reimbursements from your major dental insurance providers, or because you're doing the same process of some of the previous older scale technologies, you get to use those codes in the billing process?
Yeah, that's a great question, Brian. Half and half. Our lead investor on the seed round is Delta Dental. They are the largest dental insurer in America. So for the cleaning, we can use the existing cleaning codes, no problem. For the laser hardening, the laser hardening code specifies using the fluoride varnish. So we're not going to do that. So we need a new code. We applied last October to the American Dental Association, the ADA. So this next month, April, we should get our code, and then Delta Dental said they'll fund it. But I just will note, if you want to add the fluoride after the laser hardening, you can do that as well. It does make your teeth even a little bit harder, but there's no need to, because the laser hardening is much better than the fluoride.
And the fluoride. Okay. Very, very good. Very impressed. Great progress there.
Next question is, can you talk about the distribution network and exactly how that works?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Also, the distribution network is a traditional distributor. So Benco and Henry Schein. Henry Schein is the largest distributor in the world, dental distributor in the world, 13 billion in sales. Benco's privately owned. They're US based. They're about $1 billion in sales. Between the two of them, there's 10,000 salespeople that call on these 200,000 dental offices across America. So we simply pay a commission. We also have a spiff where the sales representatives receive a small portion of the recurring revenue for 3 years to motivate them to sell. So for Enamel Pure, it's very cash efficient. You don't have to hire a whole sales force. We instantly get 10,000 people working for us, but then you have to make sure you're not lost in the chaff, right? So that's why we're doing the spiff, and having the recurring revenue is unique in dentistry. So by giving them 25 cents for every cleaning for 3 years, it motivates the sales force to get out and sell our product for the launch.
Great. My last question is, can you talk about the intellectual property behind it? What's been filed, what's been awarded, and what's the coverage?
Thanks also. Yeah, so the intellectual property, again, all these ideas are new. So it's fairly strong and fairly broad. So we even have a claim that's been allowed, which says, we can image during another dental process. So while we're laser cleaning, we can image the teeth. The reason we can do that is because the laser is invisible. If you're using mechanical tools or scalpels or water jets or whatever, you can't do that because the device or the procedure is in the way of the imaging. So we use 75 spots to clean the teeth. So if you think of a laser beam, that's a single spot. We have a special optical scheme where we present 75 spots to the tooth simultaneously, about the size of a pencil eraser. That's how we're able to clean the teeth. A little technical, but that's how we're able to clean the teeth so quickly. Again, that's fully patented. The laser mode's fully patented. So it's a combination of the laser delivery, as well as the integration between the laser and the imaging. And then, of course, on the imaging side, there's all the, all the AI and optical related patents.
Great. Thanks so much, Nathan, for great questions. And with that, we're at the end of our session. I want to thank Brian for a great presentation today, and all of our presenters did well. With that, we'd like to open up the breakout rooms. Here's a chance to go and talk to people individually. Feel free to jump from one room to the next if you like. I'll be in one myself if you have questions about 10 Capital or what we do. And then Brian will be in one as well to talk about what he does with Wave Ventures, and each of our companies will be there as well. So with that, just go ahead and click in the join the breakout room. And with that, we'll close it out for today, and looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Investor Connect helps investors interested in startup funding. In this podcast series, experienced investors share their experience and advice. You can learn more at investorconnect.org. Paul T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.